Hi, and welcome back to more supplementary bonus content for the Ravnica Allegiance pre-release. I'm Kathleen from LoadingReadyRun, and joining me is Shivam Bhatt, who's here to build a sealed pool.
Yes, I'm super excited about this. Just about everything else we've been doing so far.
What guild did you choose for this?
I decided to take Gruul because I'm a big fan of turning big creatures sideways, and I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but the Gruul motto, smash, 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 is one that speaks to me on a fundamental level. So I'm looking forward to doing exactly just that, smashing.
Excellent. Well, I think that's literally everything their cards want to do. So
it's like, what more can you ask for than fist and face meeting together?
Well, I mean, I guess if you're the Azorius player, you'd prefer that not to happen.
I mean, you know, we can't all have everything we want.
Yeah. All right.
Shall we?
Yeah. So, and I will remind you, if you are wanting to play in your own Ravnica Allegiance pre-release, when that happens at a local game store near you, when you open your packs, you get 5 booster packs, and you get one sealed pack with just your guild's cards to help you enable to play the guild that you want. So, speaking of which, Shivam, it looks like you have opened something very spicy in your sealed guild pack.
First off, though, props to the people who make these dice. The Gruul dice is adorable, and it's red and green. That makes me really, really happy. You know what else makes me really, really happy, Kathleen?
Is it on color mythics?
You know, I gotta say, there's something to be said about opening up a foil on color mythic for your guild. Oh my goodness.
All right, I am not familiar with this card, so I'm just going to read it out loud. Ravager Worm, 3 green, green, red. So it's a 6-drop. It's with Riot, and when it enters the battlefield, you choose up to 1. Ravager Worm fights target creature you don't control.
Fair.
Okay, or destroy a target land with an activated ability that isn't a mana ability. So you're always basically going to have this come in and just destroy something. I feel like
the second ability here is mainly for a constructive purpose, to get rid of those sunken search for Escantas out there. But generally speaking, you're rioting. Bring him into play, punch somebody in the face. This is literally what Gruul wants to do.
Well, because like if this can attack it immediately with haste, or it can, I'm just gonna rotate it a bit on camera so you can see how foily it is. It's very shiny. So it comes in as a 5/6. Yes. And definitely eats their best creature.
Oh yeah, this guy is just going to have a time. As you can tell, there's a really large bird on there that's having...
That's an Azorius Griffin who's having a bad day.
He's living his worst life right now. So I think it's pretty safe to say that... which camera is this?
We're looking at the camera 7.
I think it's pretty safe to say that we're going to be going Gruul right now, because Ravager Worm is the business. Now, what else is in this pack? We've got a Gruul Locket over here. That's fine. I don't think that Lockets are really necessarily what Gruul wants to be doing. It's a little too slow. It's not really... But Gruul's Clan Guildmage is pretty great, because like the 2 abilities on it, the first one is target creature can't block this turn. When you want to smash somebody in the face, what more do you want? But the second one is actually the real trick. For 2 and a green and tap it, target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental with haste.
Ooh.
That is great, because sometimes you just need to finish the game. And how do you finish the game?
Maybe you're a little flooded out.
You finish the game by just turn your land and punch.
Oh.
It's delightful.
Oh, that's good.
My pack also came with a Gate Colossus. We've seen this card do a lot of good work during the pre-release, but we will have to see if that's going to be something that's really worth using.
I definitely did not enjoy finally killing marshals during our game on stream, and then having it immediately reanimate, or like go back to the top of his deck.
I mean, 8/8 for 8 is, especially in this deck where you're hoping to get mono ramp and just big things, that's pretty good. Especially since my next card, Gates Ablaze, is a fireball that does X damage equal to the number of gates I control. So theoretically, if I end up in a ton of gates, Gates Ablaze and Gate Colossus can go together and break down some gates. Territorial Boar, when I was playing this, it was in my Simic deck. It didn't do a whole ton because there weren't a lot of creatures with power 4 or greater. However, in a Gruul deck, this guy is going to come and just be... Because Vigilance and +1/+1 to 3/3 Vigilance is pretty great. There's nothing to sneeze at over here.
No?
So I'm going to put this over here.
Realistically, a 2/2 for 2 ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need to get started.
Yeah. You can't cast nothing until turn 5.
This card is made for Rectus. This is not meant for Gruul. 1 drop, it's okay. It does 1 damage to each player with Defender. I don't really want to be playing this, but I mean, sometimes you play what you got to play, right? Rampaging Redhorn, though, rioting 4/4 for 5, that is great. This is basically the bread and butter for a Gruul deck. Because riot, so you come into play, hasty 4/4, punch you in the face. Or bring in a 5/5 and do it next turn. I mean, this is fundamentally exactly what Gruul wants to be doing, and it makes Territorial Boar better. Because you curve into this eventually. This guy gets 3/3 in Vigilance, and you can go... I don't know, I'm a fan. Then, oh god, this is an all-star. This is one of my secret techs for this deck. Target creature you control get +2/+2 until end of turn, and it fights target creature you don't control. Fighting is a great mechanic, especially in Gruul, because like your creatures are just going to be bigger. They're just bigger than everything else. There's a lot of 4 toughness things in this set that are really complicated and challenging to beat. Especially Azorius has all those really annoying flyers that just sit there and just say no. So when you bring this guy in and your Rampaging Redhorn goes smash, you feel a whole lot better. And I mean, Savage Smash. That is literally the name of the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy, that is almost certainly going to go in. Horclan Wrecker. This is great. This great is another common bread and butter Gruul card. 4 mana 2/2. First off, why? Because of the fact that it's got Menace. Menace is fantastic. Evasion in this set is fantastic. Especially when it's rioting. When you've got a hasty 2/2 that's Menace, you can get in there, punch for a little bit. If we have some Rakdos, we can Spectralize. Otherwise, I would probably bring this guy in as a 3/3.
Yeah.
And then smash.
I think that's just fine.
It's a bread and butter card. You need them. I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's going to win games, but it's going to
fill out that deck.
Yeah, it's going to give you things to do in between. And then, of course, Rubble Belt Runner. This is the common Gruul. I think it's basically the common red-green card. 3/3 can't be blocked by creature tokens. That is not just trinket text. There are so many floating spirits in this deck, in this set, that this actually can get quite a bit of work done.
Well, I mean, otherwise, like, you could run into the problem with, like, Azorius. It's just like, I block with my dude, I block with my token. Like,
Yeah, I block
blank,
with a
like,
Thopter, I just sit here, whatever.
Yeah.
Open the gates. Okay, it's ramp. You need it. You're going to use it. Especially this deck's got kind of a higher mana cost, a higher mana curve. You get to gate. I mean, it does what it says on the tin.
Yep.
Deface. This is a sideboard card. I'm probably not going to play it. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target creature with Defender. You know what else destroys target artifact and creature with Defender? Destroying the player.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like if somebody has their own Gate Colossus, that's when you bring that in.
Yeah,
You're
right.
like, ooh.
Okay, yeah, bring it out on the side.
Because
Mammoth Spider.
Gate Colossus is
Yes.
even bigger than your creatures.
Gate Colossus 8/8, yeah, for 1 mana to be able to wreck it is pretty great. Mammoth Spider, Curve Filler, blocks the flyers that get in your way.
Not bad.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like, this is sealed. It's, it
There's
seems
going to be a
fine.
lot of random flyers around. And a Gruul Guild Gate, by the
Perfect.
way, the best Gruul Guild Gate. Because guess what? Somebody said, the Gruul, you need to have a gate. And they're like, well, here's door. And they're like, but that's not a gate. No, you said you wanted a gate. Here is a gate. Now go away.
Yeah.
I love it. So looking at this pile, I'm actually pretty happy with what I've got to start with. All of these extras are just kind of like, we'll put them up here because they're not going to do a whole ton for me. But it looks like my start is pretty solid, don't you think?
This is a good looking pile. Let's crack some other packs and see what the luck
The
brings
Sphinx
us.
token. It doesn't do me a whole lot of good in my Gruul deck, but I haven't seen a Sphinx token yet. That's pretty neat. Crackety crack, 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 crack. I'll put that over there. Okay, so Impassioned Order. This card is great against a Gruul, but it's probably not going to make my deck. It's good for... I've seen people just spam things out, and it just does a ton of damage.
Also, white's a hard splash because white doesn't share any guilds in this set, so you're going to be very hard on fixing.
There's
for
no
that.
Boros or Selesnya to help me out here. Rubble Slinger, a 2/3 with reach, in exactly my colors.
Honestly, I played one in my Rakdos deck during the pre-release, and I was like, this is not bad.
It is perfectly fine.
The reach is surprisingly relevant. The 3 toughness makes it actually kind of irritating.
Yeah, and it turns out it stops Afterlife tokens really, really well.
It really does.
Quench. No, this is not what my deck wants to do it, even
No.
remotely.
Get out of here.
Rakdos Trumpeter. Now, maybe if we get the right fixing, we might be able to splash for some Rakdos cards.
I don't think this is the Rakdos card you splash
No,
for.
I mean, it's got Menace. Menace is cute. It's got really, really expensive fire breathing. But again, I'm not really looking for this because I've got such a good, solid green-red base. Territorial Boar. We talked about this guy. Sure.
You put him in the
If it's there,
potentials.
maybe. We'll see. Grasping Thrall. You know what colors I'm not?
Oh, neither of those. Get out of here.
Neither of these. That card is perfectly good for things that are not what I'm trying to do. Simic Locket. Yeah, about that. Debtor's Transport. This card is super gross. I just want to tell you guys, this has no business being anywhere near my deck. It is sick.
It's the hands.
It's the hand. Gateway Plaza, though.
That's
maybe
not bad fixing.
it's not bad.
Okay, it's slow.
It's very slow. I mean, if I need it, maybe we'll put this one over here with my other gate. It could come in handy. I love Applied Biomancy. This card is an all-star for me. It's like you can either buff a dude or you can bounce a creature back to somebody's hand. If I have the ability to splash,
Or both.
Yeah, or both. If you have the ability to splash for this, this is something I would definitely want to keep my eye on.
Well, I mean, I feel like the Gruul deck might even just play that like pre-combat, like bounce
yeah.
your biggest dude. This
And
other guy
then
can't block.
Make my worm +1/+1 bigger, and then just go smash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like-
this is definitely, if I can splash for this, I want to splash for this. Mm-hmm. I have not seen this card, but this looks cool. An on-color, let's see, it's a Balrak Clan Crusher. It's a 3 and 2, so 5 mana, casting cost 4/4, and it says tap to remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control. Oh, he does 2 damage to any target. Wow, that is really, really good. That actually looks really incredible, especially since Riot lets you either put a 1/1 on a thing or give it haste. So if you're putting a lot of +1s on this, this will let you kind of end the game. Because you can just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to dome you for 2.
Or just ping an annoying flyer that's
Oh,
really
you
getting
get something
into-
out of the way.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy I definitely would play. I think that's like a hard guarantee. Night of the Last Breath. This card is solid for somebody else. Cavalcade of Calamity. This is one of my favorite like names in the set.
Whatever creature you control it.
Power 1 or less. It does
Get out of
1
here.
damage. Yeah, you know how many 1 or less creatures
stop
are in Gruul?
reading.
I'm just going to stop that. We're going to move on.
That's a Rakdos
Ooh.
card.
This is token flipping time with the Mirror March. 5 and 1 enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters a battlefield, flip a coin until you'll lose the flip. For each flip you won, you create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste, and then exile them. Now, the trick with this, everybody's like, oh, it's coin flipping. That's kind of lame. But you know what's really cool? It also copies the enter the battlefield effect, which means all these guys who have Riot come into play and already have haste, which means they have haste.
And a +1/+1 counter.
And you know what's really, really great? When I clone him a whole bunch of times with coin flippy time, I'm just saying.
I mean, it feels like kind of a win more, but also
Yeah,
why not?
But also, when you're at your pre-release, you want to have the most fun you can. And this card is dumb.
This is the format in which
Like,
you play those cards.
Let's be real. Mirror Match is not going to be, this is not going to be a constructed all-star anytime soon. You may put it onto your fun time EDH deck, but I think this deck here is exactly the sort of place for this nonsense. I really like that. It's cute.
Yeah.
We got us a Spirit token that's going to not do us any good, and an Orzhov Gate, just in case there's some really weird way this deck goes. But I don't think this deck is going anywhere but Gruul Town.
No. Well, I mean, so far, like, there just hasn't been anything in blue that's really worth splashing. Like, maybe the Applied Biomancy, but, like...
I mean, that's even just, like, kind of a last minute... Okay, so Fairy Duelist. No. It's flash, it makes things a little smaller, it flies. It's cute, but no, this is not what my game plan is.
No.
10th District Veteran. Vigilant 2/3, and it untapped another creature. Again, white is a really, really poor splash. It's not even worth kind of considering. Spear Spewer, no. We already talked about that guy. That guy's just out. Axebane Beast. A 3/4 vanilla. Maybe.
That seems fine in your...
If I need a curve filler, maybe I'll throw it in there. Plague White. When it becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And it's a 2/1, which is to say, hey, Afterlife. No,
Yeah.
but I don't have any Rakdos mana, and I don't care. Another Territorial Boar.
You can have as many 2/2s as you want, Shivam. That is what this sealed pool is telling you.
Yeah, you know, maybe we'll see like maybe one. This card is what Rakdos hates in life, because when they bounce their defender, bring it back with first strike, it really just makes you unhappy. But I don't want to play that. Burning Tree Vandal. Yes, I love this card because it's Riot. It lets you rummage for cards every time you attack. This is great. Like it's a good low-powered kind of like early creature you would play. it might be like, it might not make the deck, but it's definitely one that I would want to think about.
Well, and here's the deal, like maybe like later in the game, you're just like, this creature's super irrelevant anyhow, so maybe like I get to eat one of your small dudes to get it off the battlefield, and I get to rummage away a land.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to just kind of, it's a good filler. Watchful Giant, this card is great for somebody else. Imperious Oligarch, man, if I was playing that Afterlife deck that I have been building over here,
deck here
yeah, this is pretty neat. Because you know what goes great with that Orzhov deck? Basilica Bellhaunt. Oh. This is such a really great CCDD. I love this card, but wow, is it not remotely what I want to be doing with my life. Now, however, light up the stage. This card is really interesting. This card is possibly a divination for red. It's, if you can do the spectacle cost, it's like, so it's spectacle for 1 or it's a casting cost of 2 in red. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. This is pretty powerful, but I'm going to think about this one.
That one goes to the side.
Yeah, this one's going to go like over here to the think about stack. Gates Ablaze. I mean, maybe we'll see how many gates we get.
So far, 1. Well, no, if you want a Gateway Plaza, that's 2. But
yeah,
still.
That's not enough for that.
No.
Hey, now.
Ah.
Well, maybe we'll have to reconsider that Black Splash if there's anything worth splashing.
That's true.
But you know what else it comes with? Its little brother, the Rakdos Gate.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of fixing for red. Cute human token. But if I end up somewhere over there.
So black is, at this point, I would say in this pool, splashable, which is not nothing, right? Like, because, you know, sealed, you're never, like, they put the seeded guild packs in here, but sealed, it's a slower format, it's a more experimental format.
You don't really know where you're going to go.
You can easily go into 3 colors in a situation like this when the fixing is so good.
Let me sort some of this stuff a little bit better. My cards are getting a little all over the place here. Let's put these tokens over here. Sorry about that paper. So here's my Orzhov. Wow, I have quite the Orzhov deck building over here.
Yeah.
That's really kind of funny. But yeah, there's an actual legitimate chance of a Rakdos Splash, which is really nice. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Orzhov, there's the Orzhov bread and butter. 3/1 lifelink. It's good, but it's not for me. Gravelhide Goblin. I don't know this card. 1 in the red for a 2/1, and for 4 mana, you can get +2/+2 until end of turn. Yeah, it's Gruul, but no, I don't like that.
Okay, but here's the thing. Devkarin Dissident in the last set was not bad.
No, that card was really good, especially
and that was
in the
a
long
2/2 that you paid 5, and you could give, what, +2/+2? Or is it +3/+3?
+3/+3 or plus something like that. It got really good, though. And the thing is, we've noticed that these games tend to go longer than...
Especially in sealed.
Yeah, they tend to go pretty long. So there might be a time when this actually becomes... You know, let's put this into the maybe board.
There's the threat of, like, pumping it up later.
Yeah, there's something there. Humongulus. Humongano. Does a whole lot of nothing for me. Carrier Nymph. A 2/3 flying. Enters the battlefield. You may exile target creature from a graveyard and gain 2 life. Okay, well, it is a flyer. If I need to splash, maybe... But I don't know.
Devkarin Distant, by the way, pay 5, gets +2/+2 till end of turn. It was totally fine. Like, it was a fine, like, sometimes it's like, well, you have to block this.
Yeah.
And you had, like, and it's gonna eat something.
I do remember, like, getting to the end of some games and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna give +4/+4, tap all my mana. And it's like, oh, well, that's actually something new.
Yeah, so,
Open the gates. Okay, I like to see this. I need more ramp because this is great. I wouldn't play more than 2 of these probably, but
it also helps you smooth out your mana if you are splashing, right?
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Because you can just, because it's get a gate. So, like,
That's
if you
true.
want to splash black or something, you can go search up that Rakdos.
Yeah, I like that.
Or your Gateway Plaza, if you really must.
I think I would guarantee play 1, possibly play 2.
I don't know if that's, play more than 2. I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah. Blade Brand. This is a trick that gives things Death Touch and draw a card.
I think that
it's fine for other decks.
The Gruul trick is to be bigger than the other guy.
You know what I just do? Walk into them. I don't really need to Death Touch my way in.
No.
Azorius Locket. No, thank you. There's not even any real Azorius cards here to speak of. Root Snare.
No.
No.
Get out of here.
This is not what Gruul does.
No fogs.
No fogs.
I like how that went like above everything. It was just like...
Rafter Demon. 4/2 for 4 with an expensive spectacle cost. And if it's spectacles, then everybody discards a card?
I don't know if that's worth splashing for.
No, that's not worth splashing for.
Like, I think that's great in the Rakdos deck because it, like, you know, it's
fine, but no.
got more juice, but
Yeah, that's not what this deck's hoping to do. 2/3 with Afterlife 1, not what this deck's hoping to do. But great for this theoretical Orzhov deck my pool is building for myself.
No kidding.
Ooh, Bankrupt in Blood. Now this, as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice 2 creatures. That's a lot. Draw 3 cards. So this is definitely made for the Azorius because you're going to have, not the Azorius, the Orzhov, because you're going to have a ton of just random spirits floating around, or something with Afterlife that you pitch to create spirits. And then you can draw 3 cards, which is pretty good. But in this deck, I don't want to throw my creatures away.
No, your creatures are all big and good and
the
real
whole
and
point
like
is to
turn sideways for a lot.
That feels like it would be a bad, like...
I mean, that's card draw in black.
It's
right?
card, I mean,
you
yeah.
gotta pay for it.
But I'm not in black, so I'm okay. Junk Troller. No. It's 06 Defender. Yeah, we'll talk about that
That
later.
is a big wall.
It's a reprint from the original Ravnica. Essence Capture. Hey, Counterspell. Bye, Counterspell. What? Yes.
That is
we
worth
are
splashing blue.
We are splashing blue. That is going to happen.
That's so good in this
This
deck.
card is absurd. This card, okay, so first off, X and a green and a blue for a Jellyfish Hydra Beast, the classic Gruul combination. And when you cast a spell, you gain half your life, half X life, draw half X cards, round down. Flying Trample, by the way, because Flample is super important on your Jellyfish Hydras. And it comes into play with X counters on it. So what does that mean realistically? If I play this for 4, I get a 2/2 that lets me draw a card and gain a life. If I play it for 6, I get a 3/3 that lets me draw 2 cards and gain 2. I don't know, the math gets a little weird with this. It's a little complicated, but it's absolutely worth it because you can play it at any point in the game. It's a must kill. It's really, really silly. And this card is just absurdly powerful.
Well, and the nice thing is that because you probably you're splashing for this.
Yeah.
Chances are you probably don't get your splash online till late in the game, just like statistically speaking. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because by the time you can pay put 6 or 7 into this, then that's great, right?
Yeah, like that makes me look at the Simic Locket a whole lot more than I did before, just because I might need that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put this definitely over here because I want to bring that in. A Beast token because hey, guess what? I'm playing red-green, so
Not bad.
whatever, that's fine. And hey, a Gruul Guildgate.
Nice.
I'll take it.
That's great.
I could always use that. Wow, this is an interesting pool. It actually looks like it's weird that I'm getting a full deck of somebody else's color though. Blue is definitely dead. Blue is definitely dead for me.
Yeah.
Black and white is just like if I want
White's brutal for you to splash into.
Yeah, but if I want to sideboard into a completely separate deck, I'm totally there.
Yeah.
Quench, we saw it. No, thank you.
We're still off Quench.
Civic Stalwart, it's not going to do me anything. It's pretty neat, but I'm not in white. There's like nothing. Something would have to be really absurd to pull me into white. Gore Clan Wrecker. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. We'll see. Rampaging Renhorn, I actually like this guy quite a bit.
I think 2 of them in your main is fine.
I think this guy is perfectly good.
I think that's where Gruul wants to end up.
Yeah. This card is really, really good, Dead Revels. It's kind of like a pseudo divination. It lets you draw 2 cards out of your graveyard into your hand, and you can spectral into it. This card has done a lot of work, and it might be worth splashing for. We do have kind of a free splash, but I mean, again, I don't know that that's necessarily better than playing these 2 blue cards over here. Rubble Reading. Don't play this card.
Destroy target land. Scry 2. That is a sideboard card.
That's a sideboard card, and it's also just like, no, thank you.
Like your chances are unlimited, especially in sealed. You're not like there might be some absurd land that you were like, I have to deal with this, but there probably isn't going to be.
No, it's not good. There's nothing in this set that matters for that. Chillbringer is a fantastic card.
That is honestly kind of like if you're going to be splashing for something, just because tap a target creature, it doesn't untap.
It's really, really powerful.
And it gives you a lot of opportunity to get your dudes in. Like maybe they also have like a big old thing that's just sort of gumming up the ground, so you can really only attack with 1 or 2 things. This could just open the doors.
And you tap down their big thing.
And it flies.
And it flies. This card is surprisingly powerful. And if I'm doing this green-blue splash here, I would definitely put this over here into my, I'm going to think heavily about that pile. Catacomb Crocodile is a 3/7 with a really cute short story at the bottom. But thank you. Get to the point is what I would tell to that Catacomb Crocodile. Destroy target creature, scry 1. This is absolutely worth splashing for. A 3, this is like an instant. Actually, you know what? I think I might actually splash for it because it's straight just unconditional creature removal that also gives you scry.
Yes, and typically when you're playing red-green, your removal is extremely conditional.
Yeah, and right now the only removal I actually have is that 1 smash fight card.
Which doesn't work unless you have a creature.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to go here into my little maybes. Skatewing Spy, you are not for me. Well, maybe, actually. Adapt is fantastic, but no, this is not really worth splashing.
No.
Oh, wait. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. You know what gets +1/+1 counters?
Riot creatures.
Riot creatures. Hang on, Skatewing. Maybe you did find your way into a maybe board. Pitiless Pontiff. You know that mythical Orzhov deck we're building?
It's great.
It's going really well.
It keeps getting better.
Wow, this is everything Orzhov wants. Oh, Incubation Incongruity. Now this is a real pair of cool cards.
So Incubation, you don't even need to splash to just a single green.
To look at the top 5 of my library, show a creature card, and put it into my hand, and the rest of the library, the bottom of the library in any order.
Okay, that's not bad. That gets you to your creatures.
That I would play 100% of the time just in this deck because it's all creatures. Incongruity. Exile target creature. That creature's controller gets a 3/3 green frog lizard.
That's not the best removal for you.
It's not the best removal, but it could get a flyer out of the way.
It could get a flyer out of the way. And go with me on this journey. You have a huge dude that gets pacified.
I like the way you think. Because then I get a 3/3 froggy who comes into play and goes,
yeah,
punch.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like
see,
if you have a plank sitting there that's not doing anything, it's not.
Like this is, I think, actually guaranteed going in just because the first half is good enough. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, that's a rare I was looking for. Amplifier. First off, that's a fantastic name. So this guy has a lot of text on him for a 1/1, but at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature.
Okay, that's easy in this deck.
I guess.
It's going to be running like 17 creatures.
Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that creature's power, and its base toughness becomes twice that creature's toughness, and put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your library. Now, if I happen to have Gateboy Colossus in here, how about a 16/16?
I mean, it's just a 16/16 dark, but I guess
Yeah,
that's just an abyss at that point.
Right.
Let's see,
But
reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. So what this does is also pushes you to creatures.
Right.
So there's spells, there's lands. Get out of here. Get to the bottom of my deck. It just like goes.
And then put the creature on top.
That seems good.
That's great by itself. Oh, I love this. And it's just every upkeep. So
they have one turn to sort of kill it.
You might get yourself in trouble when you're just starting to like filter and the bottom of your deck becomes a whole bunch of just land and garbage. However,
yeah, but if you're putting all of your spells on the top of your deck, like
yeah, I mean, like I feel like if you're putting all the creatures you have on the top of your deck, you're kind of doing it, so it's okay.
Yeah,
I think this is definitely an inclusion. At least in a sealed deck, it'd be worth trying.
Yeah, well, sealed is a slower format. It's a more experimental format. Like it's not been solved yet.
No,
let's do some wacky stuff.
You might as well have fun while you're playing crazy nonsense.
Heck
along with this mythic, amazing Orzhov deck we're building.
Oh my goodness!
Gun's beautiful. And hey, fixing for that Orzhov deck. And a Thoppy Thops. Wow, this is quite the random pile, huh?
Yeah. All right, last booster.
Although, to be fair, this has been so far really interesting. I'm actually hoping I get a Simic Guild Gate.
Yeah.
I would really like a Simic Guild Gate.
I'm just going to look at your gates
here. Yeah, you should
here.
check and see if I have one. I don't know off the top of my head.
You do not appear to.
Okay. Night of Sorrows, nope.
We don't need to be sad.
Night
we need to be angry.
Yes. Here's big boy. 6/5 for 5 mana, attacks every turn if able.
Oh, like you're not going to be attacking every turn anyhow.
This is a windmill slam for this
That's not
deck.
a drawback for this deck.
No, this is just telling you what to do with your life.
He's like, okay.
This is a drawback for my deck, though.
No, that's not.
This is not Azoria's time. We've seen this guy. Doesn't matter. We've seen this guy too. It's fine. Grotesque Demise. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. This is actually
pretty darn good.
This is really, really good. This might actually go into the... We might splash because we've got that freebie splash for it.
Yeah, so far, like, your blue cards have been good, but you have literally no way of playing them. But
Except for Simic Locket. And that's not enough for...
Oh, no. But you do have you have plenty of Rakdos fixing.
Gateway Plaza does let me tap for any color.
Yeah.
That is something.
I mean, I would throw Hydroid Krasis in there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I wouldn't put like 12 of these cards in there.
No, I think...
the Skatewing Spy, though, this guy with that...
I think that might be too cute.
Yeah, it might be too cute. You might not need it.
Yeah.
But I definitely think Krasis would probably be... Well, let's see what we get here.
Yeah.
Sphinx's Insight. Hey, Azorius, bye, Azorius. Clean the mind? Yeah. Clean my table. Growth Spiral. Love that card. Love, love, love this card. Draw a card, put a land from my hand onto the battlefield.
That's kind of exactly...
Kind of exactly where we want to go, but we'll see. Skewer the critics. Okay, so first off, aside from the delight of this name, the spectacle cost and everything, even without the spectacle cost, 3 mana for 3 damage, this deck is super light on removal. I would play it.
And if you've got spectacle, it's a lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Let's do it.
Who doesn't love lightning bolt?
Acrobat. This is cute, not worth spectacling. I don't know that I would want to splash for it, but it's nice. Dovin's a cutie.
Dovin is a cutie, but I don't think he's the right cutie for your deck.
Cry of the Carnarium.
That could be pretty good sideboard tech because it doesn't actually hose you.
No, because my
much.
creatures are all going to be too big. But the double black splash is not something I'm really interested in.
No, but if you're up against some sort of Orzhov
it would just
lunacy.
Yeah, this is, I guess, a good sideboard, and I definitely have enough lands to be able to splash for it on the sideboard should the need arise. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Ethereal Absolution, which is a stone cold bomb. One of the best cards in the set, in my opinion. Totally and completely wrong for this deck. However, one thing I've done at many, many pre-releases is realize that the deck I thought I was building is not the deck I thought I was building because this perfect Orzhov deck I have is so good. This is so good. I mean, are you kidding me?
It's probably worth specking out maybe like a Mardu deck after you're done looking at the
I mean, like I might relook at this pool and see where I can go from here because that is absurd. That is just happened. We made it. We made it. Last card of the last pack.
You run that guild gate.
We made it.
You run that Gateway Plaza. You're running.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know where I'm living. I'm living in the cornerstone of Gruul and Civic.
You're going to Naya Town.
Yeah, you know where I'm. Naya. Wait, no, Civic Blue. Teamertown.
Teamertown.
No. Yes, Teamertown.
Teamertown. Actually, I feel like Teamer would not be a organized settlements kind of place. We're going to Teamerland.
Yeah, this is great. Oh, wow. That was a literal last second save.
That's the Hail Mary.
Okay, so we're going to put these Rakdoses over there. Get out of here. That's fine. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 gates. That's actually quite a few gates.
That's not bad.
Let's see, light up the stage. Maybe not. Gravelhead Goblin, no, I definitely don't need you right now. So, I'm just looking here. Let's see, Gruul Guild Gate. No, we don't want the lock.
But Gates Ablaze.
So,
but it's the gates you control,
yeah,
right? So it's not that you have 4 gates. It's how many gates do you have. But the thing is, it's to each creature. So at what point does...
It says to each creature. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, let's put that back up on the card reader. Gates Ablaze deals X damage to each creature where X is the number of gates you control. Like, obviously, this is for some sort of multi-gate build-around shenanigan.
However, in a Gruul deck, think about this. Come with me on this journey for a second. You're playing against Orzhov. Orzhov's got 12 million little 1/1s floating around that are super irritating to the one big worm you've got sitting here who can't do anything about it.
But they're just like, you're eating a 1/1 every turn.
You happen to have one Gruul Guild Gate in play. I would love to pay 3 mana to wipe their board.
Yeah.
I feel like this is actually, because if I only have 4 gates, if I even have all 4 gates in play, that's still only 4 toughness worth of damage, which in my table will kill maybe some of my small guys. But the dudes I care about, that's actually that's really interesting.
And while we're booking tickets to Magical Christmas Land, we also have Open the Gates, which tutors you for a gate.
Oh yeah, that's why this is even possible.
Yeah, did you not get 2 of those?
I did get 2 of those.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to run 2 Open the Gates.
But you definitely want to run 1.
Yeah, it's certainly and then so you run 1, you're probably gonna draw 1. So deal 2 to every creature. That's a pyroclasm. Every creature your opponents control.
Yeah.
No, 2 to each creature. It is a pyroclasm.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's fine. That's great, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really hose your board, but it certainly.
I think I would probably run 1 of these.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would run 1, and then maybe if they're super aggressive and tokeny, maybe bring in the other.
Yeah, but I think it's a really cute idea. I like that a lot, actually, and especially having 4 gates is not. It's not terrible.
When, if not at the pre-release, do you build an unstable house of cards?
That is God's own truth right there. So let's start building this and see where we go.
I'm just going to move all of your Orzhov cards and all of the cards.
God, you know what though? That Orzhov deck is really, really dumb. It's really good.
It's could go the distance. But let's see.
Let's see where
your,
Gruul goes.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so let's start with 1, open the gates. And then I'll put my gates ablaze over here. Okay, so let's bring these guys over here. Okay, so first off, Ravager Worm, absolutely going in 100% of the time. And that's what, 6 monocast. I like to order mine by casting cost so I can kind of see the curve as I'm going.
Yeah.
So there's Bullrack, Plan Crusher. I like this card a lot, especially with all this nonsense going on. Rubble Slinger, this is actually good enough that I think I would run it. Rubble Belt Raider, though. This one, it's a 3/3, it's a body, and it's for 3.
I'd run that.
Yeah. So let's 1 here. We'll put the spells underneath.
This is exactly how I lay out my sealed decks.
Yeah, I
To medium effect.
Yeah, I mean,
my
it's kind
record,
of like,
but-
and then Savage Smash, we need it. It's our removal.
Yeah, that's what Gruul gets for removal. That's
Yeah.
your Gruul. That's your premium Gruul removal.
And this is a fantastic card. I would run it anyways. Guild Mage, I think this is worth running. I think it's actually good enough to be able to get away with. We'll put the other, open the gates over here somewhere. Oh, we'll put it over here. Just
well, because the thing is, you don't want to get too clever with all of these, like open the gates and other cards.
You don't, because then you're taking away from Gruul.
Yeah, well, and yeah, it cuts into your number of creatures, and you want to be running a lot of creatures in a deck like this.
Skewer the Critics, I definitely want to be running this just because that Lightning Bolt ability is way too powerful to leave on side.
Yes, you do need some removal.
Yeah, like, I mean, you need removal. It's just the name of the game. Rubble Belt Recluse, yes, is what Gruul wants to do.
Smash.
Amplifier, I'm still a little iffy on. This guy,
Live the dream, Shivam.
I guess we could definitely do that.
It's double. It's double.
It is.
What if you hit this, then it becomes a 6/6?
That is actually really good. Well, it becomes, base power. Oh, that's really
Even
good.
if you hit the Rubble Slinger, it becomes a 4/6.
I mean, even if you hit anything basic, it becomes pretty smacky.
Like
Okay, fine,
your minimum case there, because it drills you till you hit a creature. It's not like you can whiff on it, right? It's like, keep going till you hit a creature. Everything else goes in the bottom of the library in a random order. Your sort of minimum case, worst case scenario right now that I'm looking at is a
I would
4/4.
definitely want to run at least 1 Gore Clan Wrecker. What? Let's see here. Put all the revealed cards on the bottom.
Oh.
That's like a little bit of a that's a little bit of a gamble now. I don't know about that.
Let's keep looking.
We'll
Maybe
think about
that'll
that
get cut.
Yeah, Burning Tree Vandal. At least put 1 in there, maybe.
It's fine.
Mirror March. I think I'm actually living the Hydroid dream and not the Mirror March dream anymore. But cloning. Nah, this guy's a little.
Maybe. Put it on the side.
Yeah, let's think about this guy.
Come back to it.
A second Gore Clan record.
I don't know if you need
I'm
to.
gonna hold on to that one. Rampaging Rendhorn. I actually like this guy. I will run him. Because 4/4 Riot is just, you need that solid. Incubation Incongruity.
I think if you're splashing green, I think if you're splashing blue anyhow, I think that becomes better.
I think, yeah, and plus the default case of just searching for a creature is actually really good.
Yeah, my only issue is that at what point does that just become better when it's any creature, literally any creature. Like maybe you bring it in the board.
Yeah, this might be a good sideboard card. I think you're right. I'm going to play the second Rampaging Horn. So now these Territorial Boars, we have quite a few of them.
And it's creature 4 or power 4 or greater.
Power 4 or greater.
So that's like every
1,
hit
2,
here.
3, 4. Bullrack is there. 5. Yeah, so we got at least minimum 5, and I haven't even gotten to the other. I mean, it's probably, let's see. We don't have any like low drops. I would probably maybe run 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, I mean it depends what your curve looks like.
But we'll hold off on the
Because you
rest
can't
of them.
not play creatures until turn like 6. Because if you're playing against a slower deck, that just gets them dug in against you.
Axebane Beast, the 3/4 vanilla. You know, I'm gonna hold off on. I think I'm okay. Mammoth Spider.
Honestly, probably great.
I want to run it just because we've only got the 1, 2, 3 reach guy, and reach is actually surprisingly important in this.
Well, I mean, and like Azorius has a lot of like
Exactly.
3/4s that just like bounce off that,
Yeah.
right? Like they can't really attack through it. You can't. Like,
Yeah, you never don't need something to block the air. Especially in green red. This is not like my strength.
well, and there's some like nasty 3/3s. as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that just is like.
I mean, it'll
no.
block the chill thing.
It does. It will, but I feel like the chill thing's worth running now because you're
Yeah.
definitely splashing into.
Right. So the second Rampaging Randhorn.
Or the third.
No. Okay, so we're going to take the rest of these cards and put them over here. And now let's look at our blue splash. Well, let's count and see where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17.
So you got 6 cards left to play with.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, you can even put something back in. But let's see.
Let's see where we are. Now, the thing that's really nice is that you'll notice most of my things are creatures. That's where I want to be in life.
Yes.
And the only things I'm playing that are basically non-creatures are literally removal or get a land.
Yeah, fixing for your
Yeah.
splash. At this
So I might
point.
actually put in the second gate there. But let's see. So we got Growth Spiral.
Draw a card.
The thing is, though, I'm less interested in playing this. I think
I don't think
because
we-
I can't guarantee that I'm going to have the blue and the green.
Yeah, that's my issue. Is like you never want your ramp. You never need to like hit your
don't-
fixing to hit your ramp.
Yeah. You know what? I love Growth Spiral, but you might not be the deck for this.
If you're curious
Yeah.
about what Growth Spiral does, I think
It's
Growth
also-
Spiral is.
I just like to run it because the art is pretty.
Yeah.
Now, Skatewing over here, yikes. Skatewing here, I really want to run this because I think there's just enough nonsense going on.
You've got
Yeah, let's
Riots.
count some riots here. So we got 1,
1, 2,
2,
3, 4,
4, and 5.
5. So not a ton of riot,
Not a ton.
but
Not a ton.
I mean, I think 5 is a fine number of hits.
Yeah,
And
and it does adapt, so it doesn't give itself flying too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll just
And when it adapts, it becomes a 4
4
or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 flyer. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Nope.
Chillbringer. If I'm going to splash blue, I'm 100% playing Chillbringer.
It's very easily splashable.
This
It's a
card
single-
is worth splashing by itself, frankly, because it's Frostlinks, which is fantastic. Hydroid Crisis is the entire reason we're having this discussion. This guy is definitely going in here.
I think that's very powerful because it draws you cards when it comes in.
It draws you
That's
cards,
so
it gains you
important.
life, gets a bunch of counters on it, flying trample. I mean, you're living the dream when you're living that card.
Mm-hmm.
Applied Biomancy is one that I kind of want to put in there just as removal, right? It bounces something to their hand, it buffs one of your guys. I feel like there's enough value in here, and you're not going to want to play it early anyways. I mean, you might, but I think it would survive hanging around till you splashed.
Well, I think a deck like this, like you can go, because right now you have 4 non-creature spells, and I think you can go up to like 5, but like you don't want to go too many more than that.
I wouldn't want to go more than that.
Because this deck's bread and butter is creatures.
Yeah, and this actually looks really good.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 16 creatures, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you can actually add 2 more things back in.
Mirror match. Nonsense time.
I mean, honestly, if I was going to add anything, I would probably...
Maybe another boar.
Yeah, like I'd maybe just add
low
another
drops.
boar for your curve because like you've got to stay alive until you get there. And then I don't know about Gates Ablaze. Like you
Maybe
have
not
one
another
in there.
Gates
I don't
Ablaze,
think
Not this. The light up the stage, not really. There's this guy, but
I would add that guy. I
You
think he's a low drop that possibly has some effect on the late game. And like I like him better than another 5 drop in your deck.
yeah, like definitely low drops is where we would be looking to add in this.
Yeah, that's the Gravelhide Goblin. Because like maybe you never
know, and if
do
not,
that.
it's still a 2/1.
Yeah,
It's fine.
he goes sideways.
Yeah. Wow, this looks really fun.
Yeah.
And then let's see. We'll move you over here, mirror match. Sorry, your fun times. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would probably put in like.
The thing is, mirror match is a lot better with a ton of creatures.
Yeah. Well, this is a ton of creatures.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
I would take out the Gates Ablaze and
put it
bring
in-
that in
Yeah.
when you know that you need it for like
Fair.
hosing a bunch of
That's
like
a
little
really good
1/1
point.
flyers. Because that is maybe good, but against like something like that where you're maybe going to do 2 or 3 damage is like a blank against another Gruul player. It's a blank against Azorius, but it's great against Rakdos and Orzhov. But I feel like potentially making tons of copies of your creatures with haste is always good.
So now, when it comes to like splitting lands out, I would probably go with, let's see, we've got 4 gates here. So 4 from 17 is 13. I would probably put in, let's say, 6 and 7. So like maybe 6 mountains, 6 forests, and a basic island.
Because you have 2 blue sources
Yeah,
already.
exactly. And then, so that 6, 6, and 1 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Done. And that is how you build a really wet gruel deck.
If you want to try some dumb shenanigans at your own pre-release, please check out a local game store or go out to Wizards' official website to find pre-release events near you and pick up a pre-release kit and build your own absurd wet gruel deck. And Shivam, if people liked you, where can they find more of you?
Well, you could find me every week on the Commanderin podcast, which is on Twitter at CommanderinMTG, or you could find my personal Magic Twitter at GearUpWhereYeGears. And yeah, I'm on Twitter all the time. I talk, and I love to answer questions about Commander or about my favorite mushy gruel.
All right, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.